This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
The following presentation on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is being brought to you by Hood Canal Communications, committed to providing quality services that exceed customer expectations in voice, video, data, and customer service, keeping our community connected since 1934. Mason County Public Health and Human Services Prevention Education Partners Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition. Mason PUD 3, connecting our community with safe, reliable, economical, and sustainable services 24/7. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate. When it comes to real estate, nothing compares to local knowledge. Mason County Public Utility District Number 1, Washington State's first public utility district, proudly serving the Hood Canal in Mason County since 1935. The Port of Shelton, promoting possibilities and providing economic benefit to our community. And Mason Health, united community, empowered people, exceptional health.
Well, good afternoon, and welcome to Terry Gregg Court in the Shelton High School Mini Dome. Tonight, or this afternoon, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, picks up coverage of the 2025-2026 high school basketball season with a non-conference girls matchup between the Shelton Highclimbers and the Kingston Buccaneers. My name is Diedrich Allen, and joining me for this broadcast is Jerry Apple.
Thank you, Diedrich. It's such a pleasure to be back.
It's good to have us back here, have you back here, and Caitlin's helping us out tonight as well.
Yeah,
Daryl White should be helping us out, but we're not going to count on it just quite yet, but we hope to hear from Daryl throughout the game with our statistics. Shelton is 6-1 on the season. The Highclimbers last played on December 20th when they wrapped up play in the Sitka High Coastal Shootout, beating Nikiski. Get that right? Probably wrong. Nikiski, 80-27. The Lady Climbers won 2 and lost 1 in Alaska. Shelton opened the shootout, beating host Sitka 65-41 before suffering their first loss of the season the next day, falling to Mountain City Christian Academy. That is a mouthful to say. And actually the abbreviation MCCA, and that was 69-36, the final score there. I think that's wrong. I think it was more than that. I think it was 79-36. Anyways, Kingston has a 7-1 overall record. The Buccaneers also last played on December 20th when they beat Washington 48-29. The Lady Bucks have won their last 6 games, including beating North Mason 55-47 on December 16th. Kingston's only loss was to Sequim on December 4th by a score of 73-28. So that kind of gives you a gauge of what the Olympic League is like, and that Sequim is still tough to beat. Highclimbers have a 2-game winning streak over the Buccaneers. The teams last played a little more than a year ago on December 27th, 2024, with Shelton beating Kingston 63-53. Coming up, we talk with Highclimbers coach Chris Swanson. Jerry will have the starting lineups, and of course the tip-off. It's non-conference girls basketball, the Kingston Buccaneers at the Shelton Highclimbers on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Citizens for Shelton Schools is sponsoring tonight's broadcast of Highclimbers basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Athletics are just a small example of what your levy dollars help support. Keep paying it forward. Vote for kids on February 10th.
What is gig speed internet? We could bore you with the technical details, or we could tell you that it's marathoning movies on your favorite streaming service with no interruptions, or having the grandkids over and not hearing a single complaint about your Wi-Fi. In other words, it's just what you needed. Switch to gig speed internet from Hood Canal Communications today and get $25 off your first 4 months. Visit hcc.net or call 360-898-2481.
Hi, I'm Amy from Cooper Studios in Shelton. I've seen firsthand how our schools shape the next generation, kids learning real skills, growing in confidence, and giving back to the community. The levy isn't a new tax. It keeps programs going that the state doesn't cover, like safety, athletics, and hands-on learning. Strong schools mean a strong community.
Election Day is February 10th, 2026. Paid for by the Citizens for Shelton Schools.
When it comes to real estate, experience matters. For over 40 years, the Conklin team at Windermere has been helping Mason County buy and sell homes with care, dedication, and local expertise. We are Jeff, Andy, Shelby, Chrissy, and Laura, your neighbors, climber sponsors, and friends. Thinking about selling or curious what your home is worth, or maybe you're ready to find the perfect spot to call your own. Simply scan the QR code and drop us a line. We'd love the chance to connect and help make your next chapter a great one.
Nicotine in vapes can increase feelings of anxiety and depression. Though quitting isn't always easy, it's a great way to care for your mental health. When you're ready to take control of your well-being, choose the Tomorrow Health app. It's free for Washington teens and proven to work. Brought to you by Mason County Public Health and Mason County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition.
Here we are. No? Are we not here? There we are. Good grief. Oh, it's going to be one of those games where everything's not going quite right? Anyways, Jerry's here, Diedrich Allen here, Caitlin over there, you sitting right there watching. And I did talk with Shelton coach Chris Swanson.
Coach Swanson, you're back. You had a trip up to Alaska. Tell me how that went for you.
It was a great trip overall. I mean, you get an experience like that or a chance to do something like that and you jump on it, and so a while back they called and asked if we'd think about going up, and so it was really fun to take the group, and I've told some people it's traveling with teenagers, so there's some ups and downs with all of that, but we got to play some good basketball, got our first loss of the season, so a little challenge there, and still got a couple wins, still thought we did some good things, and overall it was a great time.
So what is the purpose of a trip like that? Is that just a team building thing?
I mean, I always tell people you coach because you love working with youth and also what you are doing. So, we happen to be playing basketball. But I think when you have an experience like this, some of the girls were on a plane for the first time in their life. Some of the girls were out of state for the first time in their life. The basketball is a huge part of it. And as a coach, obviously, I'm trying to keep them focused on that. But we got to walk out on a frozen lake and got to hang out in 0-degree weather and all the things that come with that. So I think the life experience to me is the biggest part of it.
Now tell us about the playing conditions up there, because I watched it online and it looked like a very small venue.
Yeah, I mean, I was super impressed with the hosts. The school, just the community in general is a very small area. And so in order to get games, they work really hard to bring people in and work with us to house us and all the things. But I thought, the energy was great. Obviously, our first go was against Sitka, which was the home team. And so we got right out the gate, got that energy in the crowd. And so I thought it was great. Smaller school and smaller community, but really high end in terms of the way that they hosted and the facilities. I thought it was top rated. Yeah.
Didn't look like there was a shot clock. Was there a shot clock?
There's not. So that was a chance for us to play in a new environment. I know a lot of the girls, even a couple of coaches, were kind of like, oh, I didn't realize there were places that still don't have a shot clock. And so I know that's somewhat a new conversation in some places in the country. Doesn't really affect the way that we play. I kind of realized towards the end of one game that, maybe we could have been stalling a little more because we're used to playing with that shot clock. But overall, it didn't really affect us, I don't think.
Well, what I noticed with no shot clock, your girls had this internal clock where they were shooting within the allotted time every time.
Yeah, even defensively, I think we'd have long possession, play for 30-35 seconds, and then think like, wait, isn't this over? So.
All right, tell us about your team and how they're doing as a team after that trip.
I'm good. One of the things I think I mentioned before we left is I wanted to come back healthier than we did last year, and I think we accomplished that. My daughter and some of the other girls that got dinged up a little bit during our tournament last year in Clarkston, still, 4 games in a short period like that can wear on us, but I thought they did a great job of getting through it, and I think we are healthy. So.
Okay, now, we'll put all that aside. Back here in the mini dome, you got Kingston coming in tonight. What do you know about the Buccaneers?
Hey, they're a one-loss team, right? They're third way through the season. They've only lost once. They can hit some shots. They play hard. I'm really impressed with some of the girls, just motor-wise. They're always going. And so I tell girls, don't take anybody lightly. We've got size on them. We got all the reasons in the world to be successful, but they're a good team.
Anything different tonight?
Not really. We're going to start putting in some different packages and things as we get ready for league. Some stuff that I didn't really want to start doing too early and put on video. And so, might start to trickle some of those things in. Got a couple of girls dressing up because there's no JV game. But other than that, just trying to play well and keep ourselves going in the right direction.
Well, good luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
There we go. Now, boy, I'm having one of those technical problems here, big time. But that's Coach Chris Swanson, head guy for the Shelton Highclimbers. Let me turn everything back on. And Jerry, you asked him a question about whales.
Did. What was one of the fun things that they saw? Nature, wildlife, and they said they saw 3 whales, and they weren't guaranteed that they were going to see whales, but they did. So they were excited about that.
Well, we better get right into the starting lineups, Jerry.
Okay.
You have the Kong, as
I'm ready.
they say. Go ahead.
And first for the visiting Kingston Buccaneers under Coach Charles Dean. A senior, number 2, Taza Franklin. A freshman, number 13, Shawnee Cordera. A senior, number 14, Toddy Fontez Lawrence. A sophomore, number 23, Miley Edwards. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Kingston Buccaneers is a freshman, number 32, Taya Fontez Lawrence. And now for the Shelton Highclimbers under Coach Chris Swanson. At guard, a 5'7" sophomore, number 11, Olivia Swanson. At the other guard, a 5'3" sophomore, number 12, Ashley Borden. At one forward, a 5'8" senior, number 14, Ashley Herman Hildo. Number 23, the other forward, a 5'8" sophomore, Janelle Kreis. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Highclimbers, a senior playing post, number 45, Cedar Wiley.
Thank you, Jerry. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back with a tip-off between Kingston and Shelton in just a moment on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
If you're enjoying this broadcast, please give us a like on your favorite social media. Use the handle @MasonWebTV to find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Blue Sky Social. Subscribe and follow Mason Web TV so you never miss anything. Also, thank our sponsors who are helping make this broadcast possible. They include Mason County Public Utility District Number 1, Washington State's first public utility district, proudly serving the Hood Canal in Mason County since 1935.
This time of year, we get some of our coldest temperatures, and unfortunately, that also means some of our highest electric bills. PUD3 is here to help with bill assistance programs and tips on saving energy. The colder it is outside, the harder your system works to warm your home. Keep the warm air inside by sealing air leaks with caulking or weather stripping and covering windows with heavy curtains. Get more energy-saving ideas at pud3.org/tips.
If you're enjoying this broadcast, please give us a like on your favorite social media. Use the handle @MasonWebTV to find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Blue Sky Social. Subscribe and follow Mason Web TV so you never miss anything. Also, thank our sponsors who are helping make this broadcast possible. They include Mason Health, United Community, Empowered People, Exceptional Health. We are taking our best shot to end hunger in our community. This basketball season, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC and Hood Canal Communications, are partnering to raise funds to help families keep their pantries stocked. For every free throw and three-pointer made during this game, Mason Web TV and Hood Canal Communications will donate funds to an area food bank. Those funds will then be leveraged into bulk purchases at wholesale prices for more nutritious, high-demand items. So join us as we shoot to end hunger by donating to one of the following food banks.
I'm Garrett Baldwin. I coach football here in Shelton. Our levy helps fund the after-school programs and activities that keep kids engaged, confident, and part of a team. When you see that pride on their faces, you know it matters. Supporting our schools supports our kids.
Election Day is February 10th, 2026, paid for by the Citizens for Shelton Schools.
And we're back here in the mini dome. Diedrich Allen, Jerry Apple. Caitlin?
Yeah.
You're not on the air, Caitlin, sorry. Unless you want to be on the air, I can. Yeah, that's okay. We'll put her on there. There she is, right there.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Jerry, go ahead.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see if Shelton comes out in their press, their 2-2-1 press, to see what type of ball handlers the Kingston Buccaneers are. That's something I want to see how Kingston adjusts to a press if Shelton does press.
Okay, well, that's a good point. I was watching the North Mason girls team play Rochester last night. They had some trouble with the press. Of course, they were missing a couple of key players, but they had some trouble with the press against Rochester. But they ended up pulling away in the end. Either way, we're here for Shelton and Kingston tonight. The Buccaneers will be in the black uniforms. Looks like they have some gold words and red numbers with gold trim. And Highclimbers in there all whites, so you know, with the red numbers and letters, stripes.
It's nice to see that they brought up a couple players
from
the JV for the Shelton varsity.
We'll see if they get in. So Cedar Wiley will meet up with, I can't see the number. Who is that? number two. Thank you. That's a Taza Franklin. We're ready to get this thing underway. I don't know if I'm ready for this, but here we go. Ball is up in the air. Tap is one, goes out of bounds. They're going to give that to the Buccaneers. Say Wiley's the one that knocked it out of bounds, I guess. Or Shelton was the last to touch it. So here we go. So a little bit of press there, Jerry.
Yeah, 1-2-2.
And
press.
broken well. Bounce it over there. And a quick pass down, and that is Marquez, who actually got the start today. She missed the shot. And here come the Highclimbers. Borden pushing it up over to Swanson. Down to Wiley. Nice grab by Cedar. Up top to Janelle. And here's Borden. Down to Cedar. Wiley tried to hook reverse trick. Got her own rebound. Puts it up and in. With Cedar's size, I think she'll have a pretty good night tonight. The first basket of the ball game. Here come the Buccaneers. Here's a jump shot that's off, and Wiley with a rebound. Cedar's going to push it. On the run. Over it goes to Herman Hildo. To Borden, to Wiley, top of the key for three. Off the back of the iron, rebound Christ. Janelle with the putback, no. Wiley gets the rebound, puts it up, in, and the foul. Wow. Told you she might have a good night tonight with her height and her abilities.
Yeah.
The foul went on number 11. There's no number 11. Free throw is off. Christ with the rebound. She lost the handle, goes out of bounds. It'll be Buccaneer ball. I don't have a number 11. Jerry,
I do not.
Don't know what they're saying here. I think it's 10, and that's Marquez. So she got the start tonight. Instead, there is actually an 11 out there. I don't know who 11 is. We'll have to check on that.
Okay.
And a good pass down low to Marquez. And out to the perimeter and up top. These passes are quick. And this is going to be Tati driving in. She missed the shot. Wiley muscles the rebound away, gets it to Herman Hildo. Up the court it goes to Borden. Borden got mugged on that reception. I guess if this was football, that would have been a nice tackle. So it'll be a foul on the... I'm going to have to figure out who that is, number 11.
I asked her if she's bringing anybody up, and she said
there is no 11 even on this sheet, so I have no idea. We'll have to figure that one out. Here's Borden with the ball down to Cedar Wiley. Hook it to the foul line to Herman Hildo. Ashley over to Swanson. Up top to Janelle Christ, looking low. Back to Swanson for three. Nope. Rebound goes to Christ. Spins to the hoop. Hesitates, puts it up a little short. Got her own rebound, puts it up and in. Janelle Christ makes it 6-0. Here's number 11 in backcourt. Gets it across to Tati. Now to the baseline. Out it goes. And this is Tati Lawrence. Or Tati. We'll just call her Tati. It's easier. Quick pass down low. And I think that was Edwards with the shot. No, that was number 34. Oh, boy. I don't know. We have completely lost our numbers, Jerry.
Yeah, Shelton is playing also a 1-2-2 zone after they press.
So we don't have accurate numbers or names for Kingston here at all. Here's Herman Hildo and a steal. I think her name's Edwards. She'll hood it up and in. I'll just give her 2. I'll put 11 down. I don't know who that was.
Okay, I'll do the same.
Oh, that would be Molly. We have her down as number 23. Okay. All right, so the Highclimbers with the ball, and the ball rolls all the way out to Swanson, up top to Borden, down to Wiley. Cedar turns and faces the basket, hooks it down the baseline to Herman Hildo. Can't handle the pass, out of bounds.
It was a nice pass inside.
Maylee Edwards is number 11. We've now established that. I'm going to say this is going to be Taya with a 3 on the way and out. Boy, this is frustrating.
It is frustrating when we thought we had the correct numbers.
Yeah. And the correct starting lineup, which we do not. So here comes Olivia Swanson over to Ashley Borden. Quick pass to Ashley Herman Hildo. Takes a pivot. Bounce it back to Borden. Borden drives baseline. Cut off and knocked out of bounds by Tati Fuentes Lawrence. Oh, they're going to give it to the ladies in black. So it's a Buccaneer ball. Okay.
Third turnover for the Highclimbers.
Here's Franklin with the ball. And now Tati. And quickly to the free throw line to bounce down to, I'm going to say it's Taya. She put it up and in. And it's a 6-4 ball game now. Highclimbers leading by 2 with the rock. Here is Swanson between the circles, over to Borden. Borden back up top and swinging around to Swanson. Lob pass down to Wiley to the foul line and Christ. Janelle going to work on the sideline, outside of the key, and a foul's called. They call it a jump ball, actually. That stays with the Highclimbers. That's a weird call. So Rosa Leclerc Hernandez will step onto the court for the first time tonight for the Shelton Highclimbers, replacing Ashley Herman Hildo. So I guess you can call this the Twin Towers for Highclimbers. Here's a baseline inbounds to Christ for 3. Off the back of the iron, rebound goes to Kingston. Quickly up it goes. And I think this is going to be Tati can't get to the ball out of bounds.
First turnover for the Buccaneers.
4 minutes, 3 seconds to go first quarter. 6-4 is our score. Shelton with the lead in the ball. Here comes Olivia Swanson between the circles to the top of the key. Swing it over to Janelle Christ. And I'm trying to figure out who's got the possession. Arrow should go to black, I believe. It'll be Highclimber ball, 26 on the shot clock. Under 4 minutes to go here, first quarter. 6-4 is the score. Here is Olivia Swanson at the top of the key. Swing it over to Borden. Down it goes to Wiley, draws a double team, waits, kicks it out. Swanson for 3. Christ with a rebound and a putback. Short, almost had it again, knocked out of bounds by Tati Fuentes Lawrence. I don't think that's right, but I'm going to go with it, Jerry. So baseline inbounds to Christ, to Borden up top, into the corner back, tried to get it back to Swanson, knocked out of bounds by the Buccaneers. And that'll be Taza Franklin knocking it out of bounds. We should know that her number's right. Here's Janelle Christ, cross court to Borden. High post feed to Rosa, out to Swanson. Olivia takes a 3, missed the shot. Wiley fought for the ball, then say it went off of Cedar. It'll be Buccaneer ball. 2-point lead for Shelton. Kingston has the ball. 6-4, 3:29 to go here first quarter. Here's Marquez with the ball. Up top to Franklin, over to the opposite side. I believe this is Edwards. And here is Tati to Edwards. Edwards inside the arc, missed a shot, and Wiley pulls the ball away from Borden to Swanson. Up it goes to Janelle Christ, but out of her reach, out of bounds. Ashley Herman Hilda will step back onto the court for the Highclimbers, replacing Ashley Borden. So Ashley for Ashley. It's my weird sense of humor, folks. Here come the Buccaneers. Marquez into the corner. Gets the ball back, but knocked away by Swanson. Recovered by Herman Hildo. She tried to get it out to Kreis, and Janelle couldn't quite handle the ball on the sidelines. And another turnover on the Highclimbers.
Yeah, 5 turnovers so far for the Highclimbers.
And they're going to bring it into the front court. Are the referees. And the inbounds was by Tati. I believe this is, I don't know who had that. And there's the turnover as Maley couldn't get to it. Maley Edwards, that is. So Franklin will get it in to Edwards. Swing it over to the far side. I believe this is Taya. Missed a shot, and the rebound goes by Cedar Wiley. 2.5 minutes to go. First quarter. Here's Janelle Kreis. Down it goes to Rosa. Rosa spins to the hoop, puts it up, missed a shot. Wiley with the rebound, one dribble, right back up. Popped out. Rosa with another rebound and a putback. No. Rebound, Wiley. Wiley one dribble into the crowd. Steps out, taps it out to the top. Here's a 3 on the way by Swanson. That's in. Olivia Swanson makes it 9-4. Here comes Franklin the other way for the Bucks. Gets the ball back, and a baseline jumper for Franklin is right into the hands of Rosa Leclerc Hernandez. Here's Olivia Swanson, under 2 minutes to go. Highclimbers up by 5. Here's Swanson, the foul line. Had her pocket picked from behind. I believe that's Edwards with the pick. I can't see the number. Her hair's too long. And actually, that was Tati Fuentes Lawrence with the steal there, but she turned the ball right back. 1:43 to go, first quarter. 9-4 is the score. 5-point lead for the Highclimbers. They have the ball. Here comes Olivia Swanson. Center of the court, stops on the dribble. Looks for Cedar Wiley, bounces it over to her, way outside. High post feed to Rosa. Down it goes to Janelle Kreis to the bucket, up and in. Janelle with 4. And that makes it a 7-point lead. That's the largest for the Highclimbers here, as Wiley got the missed shot there on the rebound. And here comes Ashley Herman Hildo to Cedar Wiley. Open for a 3. She doesn't take it. She usually takes those. And there's Herman Hildo with the baseline jumper. That's off. Rebound. Rosa missed the putback. And coming out of the pack, it's the Buccaneers. And that was Franklin. Gets it to Edwards. And her pass back to Franklin was deflected. Franklin comes up with it. Goes to the foul line and hooked the pass out to Taya. It's out of bounds. And there's a whistle on the pass off, I guess. Foul on Olivia Swanson. That'll be her first team foul on the Highclimbers. Here's an inbound for the baseline. 22, I have no 22. Okay, I don't know. Jerry, this is going to be frustrating to figure this out. There's Franklin with the ball. Back to Tati. His shot is rejected and recovered by Cedar Wiley up to Borden. Borden one-on-one and knocked out of her hands. And they're going to give a block to number 22, who I have no idea. That could be Roberts, maybe? I don't know.
Nice block by Cedar Wiley and a nice pass down court.
Baseline inbounds, that is, for the Highclimbers. Borden will push the ball up to Wiley at top of the key. Gets it back. Oh, it's down to Rosa. Rosa spins to the hoop, puts it up, missed a shot. Rebound goes to the Buccaneers. Out it goes to Franklin. Franklin quickly up to 22, who I believe is going to be Roberts. Alea Roberts. I'm just assuming that 12 is 22, Jerry. I don't know that for sure. It'll be baseline inbounds for the Kingston Buccaneers. There's a 3 on the way and in. I think that was 14 with the 3 ball.
That's Toddy.
Toddy, yes. Makes it 11-7. Here's a quick pass down to Janelle Kreis. Drives side of the paint, puts it up and in. Janelle Kreis with 6 points. And it's a 6-point lead after the first quarter. So Shelton 13 after 1. Kingston 7. We'll be right back. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
What is fiber internet? We could bore you with the technical details, or we could tell you it's just internet. Internet that can do whatever you need. Crystal clear video chats with the family, smooth streaming of your favorite shows, uploading a ton of vacation photos in an instant. Even all of the above, all at once. Switch to fiber internet from Hood Canal Communications today and get $25 off your first 4 months of gig speed service. Visit hcc.net or call 360-898-2481.
When the time comes for the assistance of real estate professionals, look to the team that has been consistently helping people buy and sell real estate for over 40 years in Mason County. Jeff, Andy, Chrissy, Shelby, and Laura from the Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate take great pride in our area and are proud sponsors of our community. If you are interested to know what your property might be worth or want to find just the right spot, scan that QR code and drop us a line. We'd be honored to help.
And we're waiting for the start of the second quarter. Shelton 13, Kingston 7. The Buccaneers will start the quarter with the ball. And let's see if we can get this right here. We've got Edwards, number 14, Tati, number 34. I'm assuming that is Taya. I don't know that for sure. Marquez. And the last person, we'll have to track it down for a moment here. And there is quick pass to the corner and a 3 on the way and off by Edwards. And Borden comes up with that rebound. And here come the Highclimbers. Swanson, quick pass to Cedar Wiley, looking for Herman Hildo. And gets it across to the top to Borden. Borden to Swanson. Over goes to Sonny Cordova, who's in the ball game, and a pass in the middle is knocked away and taken by the Buccaneers. Here comes Taya. Bounce it over to Tati. And now Edwards drives to the side of the paint, puts it up, missed the shot. Rebound tracked down by Marquez. Out it goes to Lawrence, and a steal by Swanson. Swanson's going to go one-on-one to the hoop, puts it up a little too hard, missed the shot. Rebound to Franklin. Franklin pushes it up the court. Over it goes to Tati, and she'll hit a 3. It's Tati's second 3 in the ball game, gives her 6 points, and the lead is 3 for the Highclimbers, 13-10. Led by as many as 7. Here's Borden, down to Wiley. Cedar backs down a couple of defenders, draws a third. And then we have a foul called on the Buccaneers. Foul went on Tati. Fuentes Lawrence, her first team foul. It'll be baseline inbounds for the Highclimbers, right of the backboard. Swanson will trigger the play. Into Cordova. Up to the elbow to Herman Hildo. Cross court to Borden. Borden back over to Herman Hildo to the foul line. Dribbles into the paint, puts it up off the glass. No. Rebound pulled down by Tati. Fuentes Lawrence. Up to Taya. Sorry, this is Franklin. Over to Edwards. Edwards drives side of the paint, drives up, drew the foul, missed the shot. I believe it'll go on Cedar Wiley. Yep, went on Cedar for first. At the free throw line, it's going to be Maylee Edwards. Got the first one to roll in. She'll get another one. Here comes Janelle Kreis for her sister, Cedar Wiley. So Edwards with her second free throw for the Buccaneers. Got it to rattle in and give her 4 points. And it's a 1 point Highclimber lead, 13-12. Climbers with the ball. Here is Ashley Borden down to Ashley Herman Hildo. Extra pass down to Sonny Cordova, up and in for Sonny with her first basket. Like to see the Skokomish girls get together and play, don't we? And a steal by Swanson gets tapped it out of the hands, and here's Kreis on the run the other way. Bounces over to Swanson, back to Janelle Kreis. Draws a double team, triple team, tried to spin out of it. Gets it up top to Herman Hildo. Over it goes to Borden. Borden for 3. No, here rebound Buccaneers. It's Tati. I'm sorry, that was Taya to Tati. Tati, nice drive, puts up just a little too hard. Rebound goes to Borden. Borden pushing it Gets it to Swanson. Swanson to midcourt. Stops, throws it over to Kreis. Janelle with the ball over her head. Finds Cordova. One dribble on the side of the paint, puts it up, misses the shot. Rebound goes to Edwards. Edwards lobs it up, and it's Franklin. Franklin to the three-point arc, side of the paint. Ran into Borden, no whistle whatsoever. Ball tapped out, tracked down by the Buccaneers. I believe it's Edwards with the ball. Throw it over there to Taya. Back to Todd. Taya, ball knocked away into backcourt. Edwards tracked it down. 16 on the shot clock. Over goes to Franklin, and Swanson with another steal. Stepped in that passing lane. And here come the Highclimbers. Quickly up to Janelle Kreis. Janelle back and forth on the dribble. Gets the ball right back. Hooks it down to Cordova, up and in. Another basket for Sunny Cordova. Gives her 4 points, and the lead is now 6 for the Highclimbers.
Nice assist from Janelle Kreis.
Timeout called by the Buccaneers. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Citizens for Shelton Schools is sponsoring tonight's broadcast of Highclimbers basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Athletics are just a small example of what your levy dollars help support. Keep paying it forward. Vote for kids on February 10th.
A volleyball coach here in Shelton. Our levy helps fund the after-school programs and activities that keep kids engaged, confident, and a part of a team. When you see the pride on their faces, you know it matters. Supporting our schools supports our kids.
Election Day is February 10th, 2026, paid for by the Citizens for Shelton Schools.
And we're back here in the mini dome. Things are just a little off tonight, guys.
Who was the timeout to?
Kingston.
Thank you.
Sorry, Jerry.
The other thing I want to mention, the last game that I watched here at Highclimber Gym Court, Sunny Cordova had 8 points, and tonight she's got 4 already. I'm really impressed with her improvement and abilities. She's really doing, stepping up.
Buccaneers have the ball coming out of the timeout, trailing by 5. It is 17-12. Here comes Edwards to the three-point arc, hands it off to Marquez. Quick tap pass over to Edwards, back over. I'm sorry, that was Franklin. Now to, that was Taya. Taya up top, and a three on the way. The short rebound tapped and controlled by the Highclimbers, Sunny Cordova. Now to Borden. Bounce it over to Janelle Kreis. Just back and forth on the dribble, draws a crowd, and a travel called on the Highclimbers. Wow. 4:14 to go here in the first half. Here comes Edwards to the foul line with a jumper. No, rebound tapped out and knocked out of bounds by the Buccaneers. It's Highclimber ball. Hey, tonight's game is a small example of what school levies help support. Keep paying it forward by voting for kids. Vote to yes on February 10th. Here is a three on the way and in for Janelle Kreis. Gives her 9 points tonight. And the lead is 8.
I believe that's the biggest lead.
Yes,
8 points?
8 points, yes. Here's Tati with the ball. She's quick, dribbles into the paint, lost the handle. Borden comes up with the ball out to Swanson. Swanson up to Kreis. Kreis a couple of steps to the hoop, puts it up just a little too hard. Rebound tapped out of bounds on the far sidelines. It'll be Highclimber ball. I need more space here, guys. No, you're fine, Jerry. I just had to move things around. You're good, Jerry. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Here's an inbounds pass. Here's Kreis with the ball beyond the three-point arc far side. One dribble. Cedar Wiley back in the ball game with the ball to high post. Back to Kreis. Over to Swanson in the corner. Down it goes to Sunny Cordova. Nice step around. Puts it up and in. Oh, boy. I wonder if her dad had anything to do with that. Here is Franklin. Finds the trailer. Leaves it up there to Tati. Now to Edwards, to Franklin for three. Over two people. Rattles in and out. Rebound poked out. Here's another three at the top. That's off the back of the iron. Rebound tracked down by the Buccaneers. And that's going to be Taya. And there's finally going to be a foul called as Franklin drove into the paint, drew the whistle on the Climbers.
Probably on Janelle. We'll see here.
I think it's on Cedar.
On Cedar.
Yeah, it's Cedar Wiley, her second personal foul.
Ooh, okay, thank you.
It's too many hands for 23. It was, or too many fingers, I should say, for 20. Here's the first free throw. Nothing but net for Taza. It's her first point. Nice. Makes it 22-13. Second free throw, same as first.
Well, Kingston is 4 for 4 from the foul line. That's good.
Here's Livy Swanson crossing midcourt. Over goes to Cedar Christ. I'm sorry, that's Janelle Christ. Missed the three. Rebound tapped out and still free. Santa Cordova comes up with it. Down to Wiley. Wiley can't handle it. Out of bounds. It'll be Buccaneer ball. 2:38 to go in the first half. 22-14 is our score. Shelton with the lead. Kingston with the ball after the turnover. This is Edwards with the ball. And she gets it back. Up top it goes to Franklin. Over goes to 22, who I believe is Roberts. Now here is Tati. Fuentes Lawrence. To Franklin, driving down the lane, puts it off the back of the iron. Rebound tracked down by Franklin. Out it goes to Roberts. And a three on the way by Marquez. That's short. And rebound goes to Wiley. Wiley hands it over to Borden on the far sideline. Leaves it to the middle. And here's Wiley for three. Short. Rebound. Roberts had it, lost it. Ball's poked out. Swanson comes away with it. Lobs it down to Cordova. Sonny gets it back to Swanson. Swanson takes her time for three. In and out. Rebound, Janelle Kreis up and in. Janelle with 11 points. And it's a 10-point high climber lead, matching their largest of the night. Here's Roberts, fakes the three. And now there's a three. That's off. Cordova off the bounce, gets the rebound. And here comes Swanson. Swanson. Steal there by, is that Franklin? Oh, that's Edwards. Leaves it to a trailer. There's Franklin. She'll step around the defense, cook it to the baseline, get the ball back, turn around and shoot. Missed it short. Rebound goes to Swanson. Swanson pushes it up to Kreis. Kreis fakes the three. Drives to the side of the paint now, into the paint with a couple of steps off the glass. Nope. Rebound, it goes to the Buccaneers. I believe it's Tati now to Roberts. Roberts around and out. Rebound Wiley, flat-footed. And here comes Swanson the other way. 45 seconds to go in the half. 24-14 is the score. Kreis with the ball over to Borden. Borden to Wiley. Wiley back to Borden. Borden open for three. She'll take it. She'll hit it. That makes it 27-14.
Biggest lead. 13.
Yep, 13. And here is Roberts with it. To Edwards. Franklin, guarded by Cordova, gets it down to Marquez. Marquez missed the shot. They're going to get Cedar Wiley standing with her two hands up, gets the foul. She's the only one there. Has to be on Cedar. That should be three on Cedar.
Yeah, they haven't marked it on the board yet. But
well, I have three on.
Do you?
Yeah. Well, we go by the official book, so we'll see how this works out. Marquez with the first free throw is off. Should get another one.
that one foul was on Janelle.
You think it was on Janelle?
I think it was instead of.
Well, that would make sense, but it seemed like we'll give her. We'll switch it over.
Okay, thank you.
As Borden will sit down, and Rosa Leclerc Hernandez will step back in for the High Climbers. Here's the second free throw by Taylon Marquez. Missed the shot. The rebound. There's a fight for it, and on the floor is going to be Edwards, and jump ball called. Some in the crowd say she was falling down, so it should have been a traveling call. Chelsea Herman stepped in on the dead ball. She's on the court. She has the ball now. Gets the ball back to Kreis. Over goes to Simmons, and now up top. Kreis with a three that's off the back of the iron, but we're headed through a half. We're headed to the halftime. Shelton 27, Kingston 14. We'll be back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Neighbors help each other. It's how community works, and it's how we do business at Hood Canal Communications. We know you count on us for value-priced internet, TV, and phone service, backed by friendly local support. Your hard-earned dollars stay right here as we invest in our community, our people, and smart technology. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected while being a good neighbor.
This time of year, we get some of our coldest temperatures, and unfortunately, that also means some of our highest electric bills. Beauty 3 is here to help with bill assistance programs and tips on saving energy. The colder it is outside, the harder your system works to warm your home. Keep the warm air inside by sealing air leaks with caulking or weather stripping and covering windows with heavy curtains. Get more energy-saving ideas at pud3.org/tips.
When it comes to real estate, experience matters. For over 40 years, the Conklin team at Windermere has been helping Mason County buy and sell homes with care, dedication, and local expertise. We are Jeff, Andy, Shelby, Chrissy, and Laura, your neighbors, climber sponsors, and friends. Thinking about selling or curious what your home is worth, or maybe you're ready to find the perfect spot to call your own. Simply scan the QR code and drop us a line. We'd love the chance to connect and help make your next chapter a great one.
What is gig speed internet? We could bore you with the technical details, or we could tell you that it's marathoning movies on your favorite streaming service with no interruptions, or having the grandkids over and not hearing a single complaint about your Wi-Fi. In other words, it's just what you needed. Switch to gig speed internet from Hood Canal Communications today and get $25 off your first 4 months. Visit hcc.net or call 360-898-2481.
This presentation on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is being brought to you by Hood Canal Communications, committed to providing quality services that exceed customer expectations in voice, video, data, and customer service, keeping our community connected since 1934. Mason County Public Health and Human Services Prevention Education Partners Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition. Mason PUD 3, connecting our community with safe, reliable, economical, and sustainable services 24/7. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate. When it comes to real estate, nothing compares to local knowledge. Mason County Public Utility District Number 1, Washington State's first public utility district, proudly serving the Hood Canal in Mason County since 1935. The Port of Shelton, promoting possibilities and providing economic benefit to our community. And Mason Health, united community, empowered people, exceptional health.
Well, it's halftime here in the Mini Dome, 27-14. The Shelton Highclimbers on top of the Kingston Buccaneers. They did it behind the 11 points from Janelle Kreis, 6 from Sunny Cordova, 3 apiece for Olivia Swanson and Ashley Borden, and 4 points for Cedar Wiley. I think that might be 6. My writing is horrible, so I think that might be 6 for Cedar. I'll have to check with Jerry on that one. For the Buccaneers, their leading scorer is going to be Tati Fuentes-Lawrence with 6 points, 4 for Maylee Edwards, 2 free throws for Tazen Franklin, and 2 points for Taya Fuentes-Lawrence. That's where we have been having some trouble with about everything technically here, as well as numbers on our sheets. I cannot believe that. And Jerry's going to have some more statistics when we take a quick timeout, which we'll do that right now. It is halftime. Shelton on top of Kingston, 27-14. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Citizens for Shelton Schools is sponsoring tonight's broadcast of Highclimbers basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Athletics are just a small example of what your levy dollars help support. Keep paying it forward. Vote for kids on February 10th.
When life gets stressful, reaching for a vape might seem like a quick fix, but vaping can actually make feelings of anxiety and depression worse each time you vape. Nicotine tricks your brain into feeling rewarded, and the more you vape, the more nicotine receptors your brain creates. Over time, your body needs more and more nicotine to feel good, and when you can't get enough, you can experience withdrawal symptoms like anxiety, mood swings, and depression. Learn more at chooseuwa.org. Brought to you by Mason County Public Health and Mason County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition.
Hi, I'm Bruce Kipper, the principal at Shelton High School. Our levy helps fund the after-school programs and activities that keep kids engaged, confident, and part of a team. I also know how important safe, supported schools are for our kids and our families. Supporting our schools supports our kids.
Election Day is February 10th, 2026, paid for by the Citizens for Shelton Schools.
If you're enjoying this broadcast, please give us a like on your favorite social media. Use the handle @MasonWebTV to find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Blue Sky Social. Subscribe and follow Mason Web TV so you never miss anything. Also, thank our sponsors who are helping make this broadcast possible. They include the Port of Shelton, promoting possibilities and providing economic benefit to our community.
Well, it's halftime here in the Mini Dome. 27-14 is our halftime score. Shelton Highclimbers on top of the Kingston Buccaneers. Girls basketball for you tonight on Mason Web TV. And Jerry's still scrambling to write things down because we have had Kingston rosters have been completely wrong. The names are probably right. The numbers are not matching up. And this is what gets very frustrating, especially since, well, it might be new uniforms for all we know. We don't know. And they haven't made their way down to anything. Go ahead, Jerry. If you've got it, you're ready. We're ready for you.
Thank you.
He wasn't ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, go ahead.
First for the Kingston Buccaneers. They had 14 points in the first half. They were 5 for 24 from the field for 21%. They were 2 for 10 from three-point land, and 1 for 14 from inside the three-point arc. They were 4 for 6 from the foul line, 2/3, 66%. They had 9 turnovers in the first half, the Buccaneers did. Their leading rebounder was Fontez. She had 6.
Which one?
Good question.
I'm going to say it's Taya.
I believe it was
Tati.
I believe it was Taya.
I think it was Taya. Okay. She had 6?
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Kingston had 13 rebounds. They had 3 assists, and they had 2 steals. Okay. Now, for the Highclimbers, they had 9 turnovers, the same as the Buccaneers. They were 10 for 32 from the field for 32%. I have them shooting only 1 foul shot, 0 for 1.
Yeah, that was by Cedar Wiley. That's the 0 that I have on my sheet. That's what threw me off. So
yeah.
Cedar only has the 4 points.
Okay.
So.
Now, the other thing is Shelton had 27 rebounds compared to only 13 for Kingston. The leading rebounder for the Highclimbers was Cedar Wiley with 12.
Wow.
They had 8 assists and 5 steals. I want to thank Daryl very much for the statistics, and thank you for getting home and getting all set.
Yeah,
I appreciate you.
And we hope everybody's okay after that incident. We won't talk about specifically, but we hope everybody's okay.
Yes.
And we're glad that Daryl made it home okay.
And for the Highclimbers from the three-point land, they were 1 for 12. But this is interesting.
2.
Oh,
I got
that's
2.
right.
They're 3 actually. 3 for 12.
3 for 12?
3 actually. I got 3 threes down here.
Okay.
On my sheet.
Now here's what's interesting. They were 9 for 21 inside the arc. That's pretty good shooting. And this is another thing I think is neat. Janelle Kreis was 6 for 11 from the field.
Okay, yeah, wow. Okay.
That's good. Anything over 50% is great.
Yeah, that is. We're about ready to start the third quarter. We don't have to do much but hit that button and bring the scoreboard up. 27-14 is our score. And the Buccaneers will start the third quarter with the ball. And let's see if we can get this right this time.
Well, I feel bad for Deidre because I need to check that scorebook besides checking with the coach.
Yeah, well, she should have noticed, but we're not gonna get into it. Well, the Highclimbers have the starters out there, and I believe the Buccaneers have them as well. And here comes Taya. Over goes to Edwards. Quick pass down to Franklin. Extra pass stolen away by Ashley Borden. She stepped in front of that passing lane. And here come the Highclimbers. Leading by 13. Here is Swanson. Down to Wiley. Wiley draws a crowd, 3 people, and there's going to be a foul on the play. I don't know if you call that shots or she was going to pass out of that. Let's see what they decide. There's a whistle, however, on the Buccaneers. It'll be baseline inbounds, and that will go on Tati Fuentes, or Fuentes Lawrence, her second. Baseline inbounds goes to Christ. Around it goes to Swanson. Fake that 3 or cut off for the 3. Now just going to lob it over the heads of the defense out up top. Quick pass over to Borden. Borden has her pass knocked away. Ball still free and then controlled by Edwards. Edwards 1-on-2. She'll scoop to the hoop, miss it, and Herman Hilda with the rebound. Coming Swanson. Swanson's going to speed to the foul line into the paint, had it poked away, and she'll tap it out to Christ. Christ open from the elbow 3, that's short. Rebound, Edwards tapped it out of bounds. It stays with the Highclimbers. Reset of that shot clock. Sideline inbounds near the corner. Borden will trigger the play. 55 seconds are gone here in the third quarter. Here's a lob up to Swanson. Swanson with the dribble to the top of the key. Finds Christ. Janelle. Herman Hildo down to Wiley. Wiley backs down, missed the shot, got her own rebound. Hooks it up top. Swanson over to Borden. Borden a couple dribbles, hooks a pass back to Swanson. Swanson hooked it out to Christ. Christ at the foul line, spins away, back out the 3-point arc. 20 on the shot clock, and there's another quick pass. And around it goes to Swanson for 3. Yes. Olivia with her second 3 in the ball game and gives her 6 points. And makes it 30-14. Highclimbers up 16, their largest of the night. Is that right? Maybe I'm wrong. Here is Taya. Down to Marquez. Quick pass out. And down to the baseline now. And I believe this is Edwards. Missed the shot. Rebound tracked down. And now it goes to Taya for 3, and that's going to go out of bounds. Ooh. Got to give Edwards some hustle there. She tried to get to it and almost saved it. It'll be Highclimber ball. 6:04 to go, third quarter. 30-14 is our score.
16-point lead, biggest lead for the Highclimbers.
That is okay. Yeah. Here's Borden left alone. Now to Christ. Christ spins around the defense, puts it up, but they say she traveled.
It looked good.
It looked really good from here, yeah. But maybe that's, she had some quick feet, so referee didn't quite see it. Coach Swanson not really pleased with that call. He's not making anything. He's just kind of got that frown on his face like, All right, here is Taya to the 3-point arc. She's going to drive to the box, miss the shot, track down her own rebound, lob it up top and over the head of Tati. She'll save it at midcourt. And it goes to Edwards. Edwards into the corner. Marquez for 3. That's off. Rebound, Taya up and in. 4 points for Taya Fuentes Lawrence. And a 30-16. Here's Borden in the front court. Up top to Swanson. Back to Borden. Borden cross court. It goes to Christ. Christ for 3. Nope. Rebound pulled down by Taya Fuentes Lawrence. Lost the ball. Got it back. Still in back court. Throws it up to the midcourt. Here's Marquez. Wide open under the bucket is Edwards. And here's Franklin. Back to Edwards. And over it goes. Here's a 3 by Taya. Missed it in and out. Rebound goes to Wiley. Cleaning up those boards. 4:50 to go here, third quarter. Here's Swanson between the circles over to Borden. Down to the side of the paint. Quick pass down to Herman Hildo. Couldn't quite handle the pass. Tracked it down. Finds Wiley. Hooks it to Christ. Christ steps into the paint. Puts it up. Missed it. Rebound tracked down by Franklin. Franklin up the court to Edwards. Edwards took steps. No whistle. Her pass out is taken away by Swanson. Swanson up to Christ. Christ there's gonna be a foul on that. I thought Christ just couldn't handle it. Janelle with those good hands though created some sort of foul on the Buccaneers. I think it went on 11. And went on Edwards.
That's her third.
Okay, I'm gonna have to trust you on that one. Board says 3, Jerry says 3, so it must be 3. Here's a baseline inbounds for Swanson. Left of the backboard into Borden, missed it short, got her own rebound. No look pass out to Swanson. Baseline jumper hit the top of the backboard, missed it. Rebound was by Wiley. And then there's a foul on somebody. I guess it's going to go on Cedar Wiley.
Ooh.
Cedar's just like, I don't know what I did. I don't think anybody knew what that was.
That's her third, I believe.
You're pretty sure that is.
Let's see what the board says.
Well, they haven't posted it yet. It's her 4th, Jerry, so it was right on that last one. So 4 fouls on Cedar and none on Janelle.
Okay.
Rosa Leclerc Hernandez will step in for Cedar Wiley. Here come the Buccaneers. This is Edwards with the ball. Guarded by Swanson. Over to Taya, and a shot there. It's poked out and hitting the jumper is number 20. Is that right? Number 20? I don't know who number 20 is, Jerry.
I do not.
Yeah, I have no idea who number 20 is. But that's 2. We'll just put it down here for the moment. Here's Swanson back to the paint. Out it goes to Borden. Borden looking for Rosa. Now it's around the horn to Cordova back in the ballgame. Cross court to Borden. Now up top to Swanson for 3. Boom. 3 threes for Olivia Swanson. Gives her 9 points, and it's 33-18. 3:35 to go and counting on that third quarter clock. Here's Edwards at the top of the key. Over it goes to Taya. Or I'm sorry, Tati. Excuse me. Tati will drive in, miss it just a little too hard. Ball's tapped out, recovered by Swanson. Olivia avoids the defense and dribbles to the three-point arc. Finds Christ. Christ down to Rosa. Can't handle the pass out of bounds. A little too much speed on that pass for Rosa.
She had the right idea.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
She was open, but a little high.
Little high and fast. And we have a full timeout called by the Highclimbers, I believe. 3:12 to go, third quarter, 33-18 is our score. We'll be right back. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Citizens for Shelton Schools is sponsoring tonight's broadcast of Highclimbers basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Athletics are just a small example of what your levy dollars help support. Keep paying it forward. Vote for kids on February 10th.
When the time comes for the assistance of real estate professionals, look to the team that has been consistently helping people buy and sell real estate for over 40 years in Mason County. Jeff, Andy, Chrissy, Shelby, and Laura from the Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate take great pride in our area and are proud sponsors of our community. If you are interested to know what your property might be worth or want to find just the right spot, scan that QR code and drop us a line. We'd be honored to help.
Well, we're back here in the mini dome. Diedrich Allen, Jerry Apple, Caitlin on the camera.
Hello.
And the Highclimbers leading 33-18 with 3:12 to go, third quarter. It'll be Buccaneer ball coming out of the timeout.
There have been very few fouls tonight. The second thing is each team has 12 turnovers.
Here comes Edwards. One hands it up the sidelines to Marquez. Marquez gets it up to Franklin. Franklin, opposite side of number 20, who we haven't figured out who that is yet. And there's a steal by Swanson. Olivia will turn around, wait for the pack to come to her. Cross court, it goes to Borden. Borden fakes a 3, steps by. The defense puts up a long 2, missed the shot. Price with the rebound, dribbles out, puts it up short, got her own rebound, but she was smacked in the side of the head, says the referee. So Janelle Christ at the free throw line for 2 shots. Trying to add to this Highclimber lead. First one, up and in. Give her a dozen points. Makes it 34-18. Janelle with another free throw. Count it.
2 for 2 from the foul line, Janelle Christ. Good job.
And it's now a 17-point lead for the Highclimbers. Here is Edwards trying to go coast to coast. She stopped and loses the handle on the ball. That'll be Highclimber ball. Credit Cordova and Rosa with the defense there. to stop Edwards trying to go coast to coast. Watching Kingston, I can understand why they are 7-1. Really am. They are very quick and they like to shoot. Here's Borden rolling the ball off her foot and tracking it down. Puts it up on the floor on the dribble. Going to go in and hook a pass to Rosa. Missed the shot. The rebound goes to the Buccaneers, number 20. And that'll be a foul on the Highclimbers, I believe. I think go on Sonny, is that right?
What I'm seeing, Shelton's 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th girls are stepping up.
So it's a second team foul on the Highclimbers, and there's a scrap for it, and somehow the Buccaneers push the ball up the floor. I have no idea how she was able to just roll that ball up there. That was Taylin Marquez. Push the ball, and they're going to call a jump ball, and that'll be a Highclimber ball as Herman returns for the Highclimbers, replacing Olivia Swanson. So it's Cordova, Rosa, Janelle, Herman, and Borden on the court. Cross court to Janelle it goes, and Janelle Christ to the foul line. Finds Herman, she'll take a long two. That's off. Janelle with the rebound. Christ loses it off the bounce, and it'll be Buccaneer ball. 1:57 to go, third quarter. 35-18 is our score. Shelton with the lead. Kingston with the ball. Here comes Edwards with the ball. Changing directions between the circles. Try to hook a pass in the middle. Cordova comes up with the ball. And here's Herman. Bring the ball up for the Highclimbers. Bounce it over to Janelle Christ. Cross court it goes to Borden. Borden fakes the three in the corner, drives around the defense, puts it up, and in! Ashley Borden with 5 points. And here come the Buccaneers.
19-point lead, biggest lead.
Nice move by Tati, missed the shot. Cordova can't handle the pass, out of bounds it goes. (37-18) is our score. 1:18 to go, third quarter. Baseline inbounds for the Buccaneers. Right of the backboard. Edwards will trigger the play. In the near corner, stolen away by Christ. Christ will get it up to Borden. Borden, a couple of dribbles to the hoop, puts it up, missed the shot. Herman with the rebound, missed that. Got her own rebound, put it up, no. Christ with the rebound again. She fakes once, dribbles around, and finally draws a foul. Boy, there's a lot of. Jerry was talking about no fouls. Well, there are no fouls called. Let's make it. Let's make it clear. And that'll send Janelle Christ to the free throw line. And one on number 10. I've been calling that Taylor Marquez. Her first. That's not the name I heard, though. And I believe she missed the first one.
Yes, she did.
She get one more. Second free throw goes in. Give her 14 points, and it's a 20-point lead for the Highclimbers. Here's Franklin. Down it goes to Marquez. Forced up a shot, missed it. Roberts with the rebound, the putback, up and in. Here's Herman with the cross-court pass to Christ. Christ fakes the three, steps inside the arc, finds Herman. Herman long two with a hand in her face, missed it. Christ tracked down the rebound. Goes around, 15 on the shot clock. Up top to Borden, over to Herman. Herman to Cordova. Now to Borden. Borden drives in, runner at the foul line, missed it. Rebound, Rosa puts it up, missed the shot, but drew the foul. Rosa Leclerc Hernandez to the free throw line for the Highclimbers. That's 5 team fouls, by the way, on the Buccaneers. 21.6 seconds remain in the third quarter. And the 5'8" junior forward, their first free throw, gets it. Second free throw is short, and the rebound is tracked down by the Buccaneers, and the ball's up, and here is Roberts. Leaves in the corner to Marquez. Marquez dribbles out, and this is Tati. And Edwards, or it's Franklin actually, with a jumper, and it goes. Nice move for Teza. And a mid-court shot comes up way short, but we're through 3 quarters. Shelton 39, Kingston 22. We'll be right back. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
What is fiber internet? We could bore you with the technical details, or we could tell you it's just internet. Internet that can do whatever you need. Crystal clear video chats with the family, smooth streaming of your favorite shows, uploading a ton of vacation photos in an instant. Even all of the above, all at once. Switch to fiber internet from Hood Canal Communications today and get $25 off your first 4 months of gig speed service. Visit hcc.net or call 360-898-2481.
At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we see champions everywhere we look. In every sport, on every court, we're building a foundation to ensure all athletes are safe, supported, and strengthened. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, ending abuse is not just our job. It's our promise.
We're waiting for the start of the 4th quarter here in the Mini Dome. 39-22, Shelton Highclimbers with the lead. The Kingston Buccaneers will start the quarter with the ball. And here is, this is Tati with the ball. Cross court it goes to Franklin. Up top and around from Edwards to Tati. And across court it goes again to Franklin. She'll take a 3. Short rebound Wiley, who checked in during the timeout, working with those 4 fouls. And here's Olivia Swanson over to Sunny Cordova. 1 dribble, finds Herman. Over to Swanson, open for 3. Nope, she'll get it to Wiley. Now down to Rosa. Rosa takes a big hop and missed the shot. Ball is tracked down by Tati Fuentes Lawrence. Up it goes to Edwards. Edwards to the 3-point arc. Hesitates, drives around the defense, stops, pops, hits. Nope, and she missed it. Rebound goes to Rosa, sorry. And she'll hook it up and turn it right back. And here is Franklin going to the hoop. Missed the shot, but drew the foul. Rosa picked up her first, is that right? Yeah. First personal. Edwards missed the first free throw. She'll get another one. And the second one's missed, but, Franklin came up with it. Out it goes. Here's Edwards for 3. And Cedar Wiley just out-extended everybody to get that ball and that rebound. Up to Swanson, 1 dribble to Cordova. Cordova gets everybody off their feet, finds Herman. Herman standing on the 3-point arc for a long 2. Missed the shot. Wiley with a rebound. Up top to Swanson. Swanson for 3. Rattled out. Rebound tapped and controlled by Franklin. Up it goes to Edwards, scoops to the hoop, missed the shot, and rebound goes to Swanson. Wow. That was deep in the cup, too. Here is Livy Swanson with 6.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Her team leading 49-22. Cordova for 3. No. Right back to her. She fakes the shot. She'll lob it down to Wiley. Wiley up fakes, puts it off the glass and in. Cedar with 6 points tonight, but has a ton of rebounds. Here comes Edwards scooping to the hoop again. Missed his short rebound, Rosa. And Cedar has the ball now to Swanson. 41-22 is their score. Shelton with the lead in the ball. Cedar Wiley rumbles up the court. Over goes to Herman. Down to Rosa. Rosa turn around and puts it up short. Rebound controlled by the Buccaneers. No, actually Herman was going to track down off the save. Bounce it to Wiley. Down to Rosa. Rosa bobbled the pass, came up with it, hooks it around, missed it. Wiley had the rebound, knocked out of bounds. It'll be Buccaneer ball. Well, here comes some substitutions as Jaden Smith comes on to the court first time tonight. And Bianca Simmons will step on the second time tonight. So it's Rosa, Wiley, Bianca, Jaden, and Olivia on the court for the Highclimbers. You didn't see a substitution for the Buccaneers as of yet. 4:40 to go in the ball game. Edwards over to Franklin. Missed the three. And there's a jump ball called on the rebound as Rosa was fighting for it. And that'll go over the Highclimbers. 5.5 minutes to go. Well, 5:31 if you want to be technical.
19 turnovers on Kingston and 13 turnovers for Shelton.
Here comes Swanson with the dribble. Drives, splits the double team, bounces down to Rosa off the glass and in. Rosa with her first basket. She has 3 points.
Nice assist from Olivia Swanson.
And it's 43-22 and 21-point lead. And Edwards having trouble with the ball in Franklin, actually. And Swanson coming up with it, finds Rosa. And a full timeout has been called by the Highclimbers. 5:06 to go in the ball game. Shelton 43. Kingston 22. Will be right back. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Citizens for Shelton Schools is sponsoring tonight's broadcast of Highclimbers basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Athletics are just a small example of what your levy dollars help support. Keep paying it forward. Vote for kids on February 10th.
This time of year, we get some of our coldest temperatures, and unfortunately, that also means some of our highest electric bills. Beauty 3 is here to help with bill assistance programs and tips on saving energy. The colder it is outside, the harder your system works to warm your home. Keep the warm air inside by sealing air leaks with caulking or weather stripping and covering windows with heavy curtains. Get more energy-saving ideas at pud3.org/tips.
We must take this seriously, right? Okay, we're back here. 43-22 is our score. Shelton Highclimbers had the ball coming out of the timeout with 5 minutes and 6 seconds remaining and a comfortable lead so far, their largest of the night.
I think that is the biggest
21.
lead. 21.
Yeah, 21. Up 21. I got to put the note down here.
The Highclimbers have 13 turnovers and Kingston has 20.
So Swanson will bring the ball up for Shelton. Swing it over to Cedar Wiley, still in the ballgame, working with 4 fouls. Here is Jaden Smith. Over to Bianca Simmons, and out of Swanson on the far side, looking for Rosa. Gets the ball down to Rosa. She draws a crowd. Hook it out to Simmons. Simmons for a jumper at the foul line elbow. Missed it. Rebound goes to Taya. Up court, and Smith nearly had a steal. Nice drive there off the pickup, and that was Franklin with only her second basket of the ballgame. She does have 6 points, though. Here's Olivia Swanson, bounces down to Rosa. Rosa in the crowd, takes a foul. Got to get Rosa all used to this working under the hoop, I think. And Rosa Leclerc Hernandez, she has 3 points, and she's 1 for 2 at the free throw line so far tonight. And she missed the first one. 4.5 minutes to go here, third quarter. I'm sorry, fourth quarter, excuse me. What am I saying? There, Rosa hits the second free throw. And she now has 4 points. And the lead is 20 for the Highclimbers. Here's Edwards with the ball. Cross court it goes. And Tati dribbles right in and tied up by Rosa. That's an easy way to tie it up. The ball's right there. Just put your hands on it, right? So Buccaneers will keep the ball in the alternating possession. Baseline inbounds. Edwards gets it in to Franklin off the glass and in. Teza now has 8 points. 44-26 is her score, approaching the midway point in the fourth quarter. Here's Jaden Smith. And the ball is going to go into back court. And coming up with the ball, great move there by Edwards. And I think we have a timeout called by the Buccaneers off that turnover. Hey, tonight's game is a small sample of what school levies help support. Keep paying it forward by voting for kids. Vote yes on February 10th so activities like this can continue. Paid for by the Citizens for Shelton Schools. Also this basketball season, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC and Hood Canal Communications, are partnering to raise funds to help families keep their pantries stocked. For every free throw and three-pointer made during this game, Mason Web TV and Hood Canal Communications will donate funds to an area food bank. Our first 4 broadcasts netted $125 for Saints Pantry in Shelton. We do encourage everyone to match or beat that amount.
This is for both teams, for what?
For both teams.
Okay, for foul shots and?
For 3-pointers.
Okay.
We'll have that all totaled up at the end of the ball game for you. It'll be baseline inbounds, and it goes to Tati. She missed the 3. Ball rolls out, picked up by Edwards. Edwards to, that was number 14, Tati for 3, and she hit it. And that gives her 9 points. I'm only assuming that's the correct name. Here is Cedar Wiley with the ball over to Jaden Smith. Down it goes to number 2, checked in. And number 2 is Guth. She missed the shot, and here come the...
Addie Guth.
Yeah, Guth. There's a nice baseline jumper for Edwards. Where is she? There it is. She has 8 points now tonight. Swanson swing it over to Simmons. Up top to Smith. Into the paint it goes to Guth. Puts it up short. And the rebound goes to Taya. Up to Edwards. Puts it up and in. Melee now has 10 points. And it's 44-33 with 2:50 to go in the ball game. Shelton with the lead in the ball here is Simmons. Bianca finds Guth. Back to Simmons, to Smith, over to Wiley. Now to Guth again. To Simmons, jumper, outside the foul line, missed it. Wiley with the rebound, trying to step around the defense and drew the foul. Cedar Wiley to the free throw line. Boy, she's everywhere when it comes to those balls, though, coming off the boards. Okay, that one on Roberts. I believe that's her first. It's her second, okay.
Her second.
She missed the first one? Yes. Yes, no, I don't know. Yes, she missed it. Okay, thank you. Somebody. Second free throw by Cedar is up and in. She has 7 points tonight. Makes it 45-33. 2:28 to go in the ball game. Here is Edwards. Going to go coast to coast. Little runner. Missed it. Wiley with another rebound. To Swanson. Swanson going to stop and pop and in, around and out. Rebound goes to Franklin, and she's going to be fouled by the Highclimbers. Only the second team foul on the Highclimbers. And they put 2 up there. Okay, yeah, that was Addie's first personal. I'm so confused with the numbers not matching up. So Addie and Jaden will sit down. Janelle Kreis and we have Owens checking in here for the first time tonight. Young lady with the glasses. Here is Edwards driving in, missed it. Wiley with another rebound. Long pass up to Janelle Kreis. She's got a 1-on-3, and she'll draw the crowd in. Her pass is stolen away by the Buccaneers. 45-33 is her score. Here is Tati with the shot, missed it. Wiley with another rebound. Well, she's got to be up there to 25, I think.
I would say she's up at least in the lower 20s, yeah.
Another turnover, and Janelle Kreis couldn't quite get a hold of that ball. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Buccaneer ball with 1:32 to go. Trailing 45-33. Here's Tati with a 3, no. Rebound, tapped out, and Owens comes up with it for the Highclimbers. Get to Swanson, and Olivia will just push the ball up to Janelle Kreis. Get it to, try to get it down there, and Tati with a steal, and here is Edwards going to work, puts it up, missed the shot. Rebound tapped and controlled by Simons, excuse me. Here's Olivia Swanson to Bianca, to Cedar Wiley at midcourt, under a minute now. And Janelle Kreis hacked and fouled. Janelle back to the free throw line. Janelle has 14 points, and she's, 3 for 4 at the free throw line. Roberts picked up her 3rd personal. Okay. So Roberts is 20. I'm really confused, Jerry. Janelle got the first.
She is 5 for 6 from the foul line, Janelle is.
Okay. Next
6
free
for
throw.
7.
Up and in. I have her for 5 for 6, Jerry. But
Do
that's
you?
what-
1,
yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, you're correct. 5 for 6.
Looking down here at Rose's
Thank
thing. That
you.
might be
Thank
confusing,
you,
but
thank
there
you.
here's Franklin to Edwards. Edwards pull-up jumper at the foul line. Missed the shot. Wiley with yet another rebound. Here's Olivia Swanson with 40 seconds to work and a 47-33 score. Ball knocked out of bounds, and Olivia will inbound it from right there at the scores table.
But anyway, it's nice foul shooting.
It's pretty good. Here's Cedar Wiley in backcourt. Gonna find Herman Hildo. Ashley will one dribble, get it over to Owens. Down, nice deflection up and in for Ashley Herman Hildo, her first basket of the evening. And it's 49-33. Here's a mid-court throw. And here comes Franklin with a runner. They go runs right in. And that gives her 10 points. Wiley one hands it to middle of the court to Herman Hildo with 5 seconds. Down to Owens. Oh, can't handle the pass, out of bounds. 2.3 seconds remain. And it's 49-35. Shelton in control of this ball game. Coach Swanson says back off. Head everybody back. Because it's about it here. There's a 3 at the buzzer that will count if it goes. It does not. And that's her final. 49-35 is our final. The Shelton Highclimbers return from Alaska with a win. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
We are taking our best shot to end hunger in our community. This basketball season, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC and Hood Canal Communications, are partnering to raise funds to help families keep their pantries stocked. For every free throw and three-pointer made during this game, Mason Web TV and Hood Canal Communications will donate funds to an area food bank. Those funds will then be leveraged into bulk purchases at wholesale prices for more nutritious, high-demand items. So join us as we shoot to end hunger by donating to one of the following food banks.
Neighbors help each other. It's how community works, and it's how we do business at Hood Canal Communications. We know you count on us for value-priced internet, TV, and phone service, backed by friendly local support. Your hard-earned dollars stay right here as we invest in our community, our people, and smart technology. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected while being a good neighbor.
When it comes to real estate, experience matters. For over 40 years, the Conklin team at Windermere has been helping Mason County buy and sell homes with care, dedication, and local expertise. We are Jeff, Andy, Shelby, Chrissy, and Laura, your neighbors, climber sponsors, and friends. Thinking about selling or curious what your home is worth, or maybe you're ready to find the perfect spot to call your own. Simply scan the QR code and drop us a line. We'd love the chance to connect and help make your next chapter a great one.
I'm Rich Squire. I coach Shelton High School Fast Pitch here in Shelton. Our levy helps fund the after-school programs and activities that keep kids engaged, confident, and part of a team. When you see that pride on their faces, you know it matters. Supporting our school, supporting our kids.
Election Day is February 10th, 2026, paid for by the Citizens for Shelton Schools.
There's so many great things about life in Mason County, and Hood Canal Communications is proud to be one more. Headquartered in Union, we offer the speed and reliability your family needs, backed by hometown service and support. Whether you need to just check email or power all those Wi-Fi devices around your home, HCC has the right package for you. Stop by one of our friendly offices, call, or visit hcc.net to learn more. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
Well, it's a final here in the Mini Dome. Shelton Lady Highclimbers knock off the Kingston Lady Buccaneers 49-35. Oh, they did it behind the 16 points from Janelle Kreis, 9 for Olivia Swanson, 7 for Cedar Wiley, 6 for Sunny Cordova, 4 for Rosa Leclerc Hernandez, and a basket for Ashley Herman Hildo. For the Buccaneers, they were led by Taza Franklin. She had 10 points. Maylee Edwards also 10 points. 9 for Tati Fuentes Lawrence. 4 for Taya Fuentes Lawrence. A basket for Leah Roberts, and a basket for number 20. Actually, that's 4 points for Leah Roberts, excuse me. So it's 4 points for her. I was just trying to jump onto the whole, see what we have for the food banks here. It's 1, 2, 3, that's 9 threes. For there, that's so it's 13 so far. 2, 3, 4. 4 threes is 12. And 8 free throws. So that's 24 here and 13. So 30. What do I got here? $38 for the food bank from this ball game for tonight. I haven't decided which food bank that we're going to present this $38 to, but we will let you know. $38 has been raised from this game with free throws and the three-pointers on this win. Just to remind you, tonight's game is a small sample of what school levies help support. Keep paying it forward by voting for kids. Vote yes on February 10th, so activities like this can continue. This has been paid for by the Citizens for Shelton Schools. And as I just talked about the money for the food bank this basketball season, Mason Web TV powered by HCC and Hood Canal Communications are partnering to raise funds to help families keep their pantries stocked. For every free throw and three-pointer made during this game, Mason Web TV and Hood Canal Communications will donate funds to an area food bank. And from what I've ran out, it's $38 for this ball game. Next up for the Highclimbers, they host Hoquiam on Friday on Mason Web TV powered by HCC. Tip-off here on Terry Gregg Court is 7 p.m. The Buccaneers have the next week off before returning to Olympic League play on January 5th, traveling to Bainbridge. Our next broadcast, as mentioned, is Friday when the Shelton girls host Hoquiam. And right here in the Mini Dome. And Jerry has some more statistics. We'll do our best to figure this out. Go ahead, Jerry.
Thank you, Diedrich. Nice job tonight calling the game. And thank you, Caleb, for being here tonight and helping us. Your help is always appreciated. Now, for Kingston Buccaneers, they had 20 turnovers compared to 18 for the Shelton Highclimbers. The Buccaneers were 11 for 55 from the field for 20%. They were 4 for 8 from the foul line for 50%. For the Highclimbers, I mentioned they had 18 turnovers. They were 16 for 63 from the field for 25%. They were 8 for 13 from the foul line. Janelle Kreis was 5 for 6 from the foul line. Rebounds, the Highclimbers had 55 rebounds. Yes, you heard me correct. 14 assists and 11 steals. Cedar Wiley had 23 rebounds. Janelle Kreis had 10. Now, were either one of them double-double?
Janelle was 16 points, 10 rebounds, okay.
Janelle
was double-double, yes.
Yeah, so Janelle,
yeah.
Yes, double-double. Okay, congratulations. And Toddy Fontes for Kingston had 9 rebounds. Okay. Daryl, thank you so much for being so thorough. Yes, you're wonderful. But anyway, the story tonight is the rebounding, the inside game. When you compare 55 rebounds to 38, it was a dominant game for the Highclimbers inside.
And 23 by Cedar.
That's awesome.
That's pretty
great. 12 in the first half.
Yeah. Okay. Nothing else to add? All right. As I mentioned, next up for the Highclimbers, Hoquiam right here on this court will be on hand for that broadcast. And I guess that will do it for us here in the Mini Dome. All right, Jerry?
Yeah, I will. And Kaylin, are you coming back? Are you? I know next week you start school again.
I do start school next week. I don't think I will be here Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
We sure appreciate
We'll
you
muddle
today.
through without you. I do thank Caitlin for her help tonight, and she'll continue to work because she has to help pack everything up. Also, I thank Jerry and Daryl for their help with tonight's broadcast. Final again, Shelton 49, Kingston 35. We will talk to you Friday. You've been watching High School Sports on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
The preceding presentation on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, has been brought to you by Hood Canal Communications, committed to providing quality services that exceed customer expectations in voice, video, data, and customer service, keeping our community connected since 1934. Mason County Public Health and Human Services Prevention Education Partners Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition. Mason PUD 3, connecting our community with safe, reliable, economical, and sustainable services 24/7. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate. When it comes to real estate, nothing compares to local knowledge. Mason County Public Utility District Number 1, Washington State's first public utility district, proudly serving the Hood Canal in Mason County since 1935. The Port of Shelton, promoting possibilities and providing economic benefit to our community. And Mason Health, united community, empowered people, exceptional health.
Thanks for watching Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.